All right, came to give y'all some quick tea on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Miami almost, okay? Almost. Let me just explain. So first of all, you guys know that Karlie Redd got arrested for burglarizing her ex-husband, her former husband, home. Okay. She jumped through his window, slid down to the floor like a snake, and decided to go in there. Lord knows what she was going to get, but baby, she got arrested. Okay. They had it on video camera and all this other stuff that has not been released to the public, but it's on camera. And guess what? It eventually will. Trust me, I have this on good authority. Y'all, Khaotic has been talking. When I say Khaotic has been talking, he's been revealing a little bit more than I ever thought he would. Now, Khaotic has now said that Shekinah quit the show. We've got Mendici, Yandy, Kirk Frost, and Rashida Frost, who have also quit the show, along with Young Jock and Kendra, who walked out on the show. And then Khaotic got fired from the show. He believes it's because of the stuff with Scrappy. He thought that they were just firing him from Atlanta and they were going to let him go to Miami, but it turns out that that's not the case. Mona Scott Young and Stephanie made sure that they informed him that he was fired from the entire franchise of Love and Hip Hop. And he thinks it's simply because he wouldn't fight Scrappy, and he's upset about that. But there's more opportunities in front of him. T-Lo, who is Karlie Redd's ex-husband, is actually the owner of Now That's TV.net, I believe it is. So he has his own streaming network. He actually owns Now That's TV. And that's part of why Karlie Redd was always so jealous and up his butt and trying to videotape calls, is because he's working with people like Big Lex from Jocelyn's Cabaret, who decided to go over to Now That's TV to have her own series. He's working with a whole bunch of young women who are wild and popping it. And so that's the reason why Karlie Redd was wilding out. But it turns out that T-Lo actually has opportunities for those Love and Hip Hop members who are no longer gracing the couches of Love and Hip Hop in Miami. T-Lo has been signing 6-figure deals with Khaotic and other members of Love and Hip Hop, and they're not going to be on the network fighting, according to Khaotic. But T-Lo has offered them more money than Mona Scott Young has offered them at all, ever, okay? Which is crazy because Zeus Network is not even doing that. T-Lo is making sure that he breaks the people off. But you know who is not on his list of people to hire? Of course, Karlie Redd, honey, okay? Not Zane, not his girlfriend, not Karlie Redd, okay? Now, fans are a little bit upset because Scrappy and Bambi, Mama D, and all of them are going to remain on the show. It seems like they're going to be running the next season because they're going to be like the main storyline, and they're going to be bringing in a whole bunch of new people. I don't know how I feel about that. Personally, I feel like Love and Hip Hop is going down the drain. There was talk about them not being concerned about their employees' mental health, which is why Rashida, Mendicis, Kirk, and Yandy, and also Jock and Kendra got up and walked off the show. They all decided that it was not worth it to stay. But of course, y'all know Scrappy and them ain't gonna mess up their bag. Khaotic claims that he never spent any of his checks from Love and Hip Hop. And so he's going to buy a piece of property, and we're going to be able to see all of that on Now That's TV. He's going to buy a piece of property with his checks from Mona Scott Young, and he wants that to play out on this network. Whatever the case is, okay, at the end of the day, we can expect a brand new full cast from Love and Hip Hop, with the exception of course, Scrappy and his crew. And that includes Bambi and Mama D and his new baby mama and all that stuff. I think Scrappy actually is the only one who has a real ongoing storyline, who has included his entire family. So I'm actually not mad at that. I actually feel like he's sharing his real life with us, and so is Bambi, and so is Mama D. So for me, that is okay. But I'd like to see more of Bambi's mother. I'd like to see more of them with their children co-parenting versus them just beefing all the time, because that can get old. Okay. I want to see the baby mamas, all three of them, meet up. I just want to see it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do you want to see it though? I don't know. I feel like Khaotic wasn't really bringing that much. So I just want to see how he's going to do on this new show on Now That's TV. I also wanted to know if Erica Banks, Rennie Rucci was still going to be there, but there was no mention of that. We'll just have to see. But we'll figure it out when it comes up. Let me know what y'all think. Leave comments, like, and subscribe.